everything. The world shut down. Now, what are we doing with our finances? People who weren't managing their money, now they literally have nothing. Now the income is not coming in. Well, how do we get past that point of the check to check? How do we have a rainy day fund or an emergency fund set up? And once I started learning about how I could teach that within our community, it was a done deal for me.
What up, though, Black Fridays family? We are tapping in from the Black Tech Saturdays Coworking Day today, and I'm doing what I'm calling pop-up podcasts, and I'm doing interviews with people who are some of the founders, entrepreneurs that are stopping by to work on their business, share some knowledge and get some knowledge as well. So now I am sitting here with Miss Grace. How are you today?
I'm great and grateful, though. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. And tell me more about your business, because this is something that we talked about a little bit before we started recording, where you are actually investing in our elderly and making sure that they are financially secure, and then also financially savvy as well, because sometimes that's a forgotten population. So if you could tell us a little bit more about your business and the work that you've been doing over the years.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we do at More Grace Solutions is that we meet people where they are with grace when it comes to their finances. We weren't always taught, how to deal with our money in school. So some of us were, skipped over, and we get into the senior space. And now that everything has evolved into technology, it's how do I manage my money now? I don't have access to my bank statements monthly. So we help our seniors and our veterans with daily money management. We help them get out of the rat race of the overdraft fees and different things like that. So we help build credit across all platforms. But my niche is really the focus on helping our seniors be able to, when it's time for them to transition, they're able to do it with dignity.
Very nice. And what got you into that? What got you into finances and financial literacy?
So the truth, I managed within casinos right here in the state of Michigan, the city of Detroit, for collectively about 17 years. And I watched people constantly giving their money, but we weren't passing down anything. We weren't saving, we weren't investing. And that's what sparked my interest literally during COVID. Casinos shut down, everything, the world shut down. Now, what are we doing with our finances? People who weren't managing their money, now they literally have nothing. Now the income is not coming in. Well, how do we get past that point of the check to check? How do we have a rainy day fund or an emergency fund set up? And once I started learning about how I could teach that within our community, it was a done deal for me.
So so you mentioned that you worked in casinos for a while. How do I win at blackjack?
How did I know that was getting ready to be?
Because I didn't came up on a couple $100 at blackjack, and I stayed at that table a little bit too long, and then next thing I know, my money was gone.
So let me tell you this. So when you get that win, some of us, I'm on the roll. I'm gonna stay in it. I want you to stay in it just long enough till when you say, "Oh, I'm gonna keep going," that's when you stop.
Okay.
That's when you stop, pull it out.
Okay. Now, what about when they switch? So what happened to me last time? They switched dealers on me. So I should have left when my dealer left, because
yes, because our goal is to get our money back.
Yeah.
The casino's goal.
And they got it back from me.
Yeah,
they
got their money back.
They got it back.
Yes, they're going to get their money back, but in good fun. So
Yeah.
all in good fun.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that when you win, this is what I'm playing. This is my budget of what I'm playing.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's what I stick to.
Right.
So it's okay to game. It's okay, but we have that entertainment bucket. So everything falls in buckets. And but when we utilize our entertainment bucket, we can't take it from
the entertainment, from the mortgage.
From the mortgage bucket. So as long as we stick it within that bucket, and that's what we're doing with that, that's fine.
Yeah.
And within our community, we feel like we have to have such a large amount to be able to save, or to be able to have this for this. No, I'm going to travel.
Yeah.
I'm going to travel, and I'm going to travel a lot.
Yeah.
But I have a travel bucket.
Yep.
Now, if I travel, we were in New Orleans at the beginning of the year, month at Essence. Now, if I went down to Essence and I spent a little bit too much, I can't take from another bucket. What I took from was another trip that was in that entertainment bucket.
Love it.
Being able to adjust.
For sure. What brought you to the co-working day today?
So Black Tech Saturdays, in my opinion, is a space where I think everyone can connect. When I saw the co-working day today, it had an option on there for a one-on-one. And I'm like, that would be a good idea to sit down and like pitch my, talk to someone about my idea. Maybe they could help walk me through what I'm seeing in my head, but then putting it on paper, and then what's the next step? What do I need to bring this to fruition? So I signed up for one of the one-on-one sessions, and I came on down.
And that was a Venture 313, correct?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that session and what you were able to get from it.
Oh my gosh. And y'all believe in Jesus, so I'm sorry. But
praise him.
When I tell you my spirit was blessed, I met with a gentleman named Belvin. And when I initially went in, it was just another young lady and one of the other 313 Venture guys there. But Belvin sat down with me, and my first question was, because with my being a financial firm, how does that align necessarily with the tech space? I work a lot with seniors and veterans, work with everybody, but like I said, the niche is on seniors and veterans. And what I find a lot with them is that they don't know how to use the new technology that we have. Many of them don't even manage their funds well because they don't receive their bank statements anymore. Everything's electronic. It's in an email address that they don't even know they have email.
Right.
So how can I wanted someone to kind of help me walk through that space.
And so I know you had a certain experience in that session where when they were able to, something that you've been trying to figure out for a while, they were able to show you in 5 minutes. Like, could you tell us what that was and how they were able to walk you down that?
Yes, definitely. So with the idea that I had in my head, he and I were talking back and forth and kind of seeing what that looks like. So I'm AI friendly. Mm-hmm. Listen, guys, if we don't get with the AI, So he turned the computer around and he starts typing in. He's giving me tools and things like that. So I'm taking notes while we're talking, and we're collaborating about what the idea is. And, he hit enter at a certain point, we're just talking. And literally in less than 5 minutes, he turns the laptop around, and please forgive me if I tear up.
No, let it flow.
But it's something about when you have a vision and you know that you've been working and working and working, how I'm trying to figure out, when you get in community, when you get in space with someone, I don't have all the answers. I believe that God created us all missing something so that we can lean on and get that from someone else. And when he turned the computer around, and the vision that I had in my head was on that computer, I just stopped. And I said, please forgive me, and I'm sorry. So please forgive me, because when you're working with the elderly, when you're working with people with PTSD, and you know the things that they struggle with, remembering passwords is a lot. Being able to have access to my insurance, my health coverage, my banking, all of that, when you can put that in a centralized space, when you can make it that much easier for them, just that simple process, that much easier for them, that makes life, stress is one of our main killers. Making life easier for them. He hit a button and turned it around, and I just saw them, my seniors, my veterans, life being easier for them. That's a stressor that we can remove just by the simple adding tech in and then teaching them how to properly use it without having to use 10 different things, that they can still have access to what they need. And that truly touched me. It blessed my spirit, and I'm like, we can do this. We can do this. So I am so thankful and grateful for Black Tech Saturdays. If a person has an idea, what time we got till today? Y'all need to come down. They need to come down. Take advantage of it every single time. So I'm grateful and I'm ready to move forward.
Yeah, for sure. And just like you, I come to Black Tech Saturdays often, and I'm always able to take something away from it, whether it's connection, whether it's a new tool to be able to use and leverage, or a new skill and things like that. And I'm always asking, like, Johnny and Alexa, I try to get as much wisdom and soak that up from them and
Yes.
other people that attend as well, because it is like a cheat code, so to speak, to be able to further your ideas. And so you said that you're ready to move forward. What do you feel like you now are empowered to be able to do moving forward?
So number one, there's a pitch competition today.
Okay. You jumping in the pitch competition?
I came out to the desk, I scanned the QR code and I signed up.
Let's go. That's
So
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
So during this time before the pitch competition, I'm pulling the laptop back out and getting my thoughts and ideas and things lined up. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know if I'll get anything from doing it, but I'm pitching the idea. I didn't come here today to pitch. I just wanted to talk to somebody about something, but I'm going to pitch it.
Let's go.
Who knows? And then if I don't get anything from it, I get the experience, and there's at least a ton of people here that I can collaborate with that are sharing ideas. They're sharing ideas.
Yeah.
Everyone in here, like entrepreneurs, that I may be able to help you embark on more, and you may be able to do the same thing for me. So I'm starting today. I'm moving forward with it today.
I love it. Now, if you win, 25% goes to Black Fridays automatically.
I got it.
No, Black
Fridays.
Fridays. Yeah, the podcast.
You're like, no.
They giving the money. Yeah, I'm just here to you get a cut from that too.
Right, we're going to look at about a 10%. And then we'll bring it down to 10%.
We can up it to 25. We can talk about that off camera. Yeah, we can.
But it's been great, man. I'm so blessed. When I tell you my spirit is so blessed right now, I did not expect that today.
Yeah.
I didn't expect I can't stop the tears from flowing because my spirit is just so full right now. And I am so grateful. A co-working day.
Yeah.
Who would have thought, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm blessed.
Love that. So on Black Friday is a tradition, or one of my favorite segments of the show is Freestyle Friday. So I always give people random questions that I would just like to know they line of thoughts and what they thinking. So because you are the financial expert in the room right now, I got to know, what do you feel like you spend the most money on, or what are you willing to splurge on? You cannot say food, because I know some people like to say, I spend a lot of money on food. That may be true, but everybody that eats, so you can't use food. So what do you feel like you would splurge money on?
I splurge on travel.
Okay.
Like, number one, I didn't even have to think about that. Well, I splurge on travel, probably a little more than I should. But like I said, as long as it aligns in that bucket. But I know that I have to put more in that bucket because I know I'm about to catch a flight.
Right.
I'm catching a flight.
Yeah. So they. Oh no, you good. So it's never an issue because you got your bucket. Like, you can hop on the plane when you want to, because you pour into that bucket.
For example, I just went to Montana. I didn't expect flight costs. Last Monday, I was in Montana. I did not expect that cost.
Yeah.
So that dug deeper into what I had planned on spending. So I gotta reload.
Yeah.
Over on that end, because why y'all charging that much for us to go to Montana?
Exactly.
But that just requires a rework. So I gotta plan things differently. That literally was a $1,300 flight.
Gotcha.
I
Wow.
can go to Hawaii.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, when I realized that it's cheaper to fly international than it is in the country, I'm like, oh no, we ain't I'm changing my whole strategy. Yeah, I'm changing my whole strategy. Like, I can go over there, have more fun for less money.
Yes.
Yeah, say less. Now I get why people do it and be international all the time.
We in Dubai. Let's go.
What's your favorite place to travel? If you have a repeat place or a place that you want to go?
So, I actually, and this is local, I love Chicago.
Okay. Shout out to Chicago.
I actually really love Chicago. I'm 313 till I die.
Yeah.
But if there was ever another state locally that I would say that I would move to, it would be Chicago. Okay. I really want us to do our riverfront like theirs, but I love the riverfront. I love I don't like the gloomy days as much, but I've grown enough in my spirit to understand that we got to have some rain in order to be able to appreciate the sunshine.
For sure.
But I love Chicago. I love Mexico. A friend of mine just went to Barcelona, and I want to go.
Okay.
I want to just the experiences. I was living through her pictures, and I do. That's a trip that I want to make. So,
Okay. Very nice. Last Freestyle Friday question. What advice, if you had to give one tip to somebody to start the process or like a cheat code in regards to being better financially, what would that be?
do it now. Do it anyway. Especially when it comes to your finances. When we think we don't have, y'all know we'll call DoorDash in a minute. Y'all know we'll call DoorDash in a minute. So
Right. You might not have it for other things, but you got it for that meal.
So it's prioritizing. I will also say for us to start our savings early. That way we can take advantage of compounding.
Okay.
The way interest compounds, and us actually looking at interest rates. There's some that actually believe that we shouldn't have credit cards. You shouldn't have credit cards. No, I have tons of credit cards. The thing is, and especially if I could hit for even the children going away to college and things like that, because they're going to hit y'all with the credit cards. It's not to not have a credit card. It is to understand your credit card utilization rate. You want to keep that 29% and lower. So therefore, if I'm getting ready to use a credit card, what percentage am I on each one? So I know which cards are available to me to use. If I'm getting close to some, I can't use that card.
Right.
Not that I shouldn't, I can't. It has to be a no. That's not a card that we're using right now. If you're anywhere near that 29% rate, because you don't want that charge to take it over. But keep those interest rates low. You want to keep that credit card utilization rate low. Utilize your credit. You want to make your money work for you. So utilize that. But we got to keep our credit scores and things like that good as well. So that's all a part of that process. If we started younger, if we started when we were in good health, then we'll be able to take advantage of that compound interest, and you'll be surprised what it's going to do for you later in life.
For sure. And I'm starting to realize that as somebody who didn't grow up with the best financial literacy, but getting into adulthood and investing in that myself, understanding how it doesn't take a lot to live like a rich per se lifestyle, from the standpoint of having money available for trips, having money available for things that you might want to buy. Like, it doesn't take much. You could work within your budget to be able to get the things that you need or work towards those things. It's just a matter of, obviously, having and wanting, and like wants and needs, and sometimes those conflicting. But if you come up with a strategy, you follow that strategy, you can be able to access those things and live because it'd be some people I'd be wondering, like, how are you traveling every month? But hey, you never know. Sometimes they got a system, and it worked for them.
Because I've traveled twice this month. I was on a flight to different locations in June. Road travel twice in May. So like all the way into September, from March to September, every single month, at least twice a month, I'm scheduled for travel. You have to plan that. Right. You have to plan that. Right. But when you do, you literally can do whatever it is that you want to do if you plan it properly.
That's right.
If you remember the saying way back in the day, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Yes. That's fact. Yeah. But if we plan, and that's what we do at More Grace Solutions, because I really felt being able to handle things with grace. We wasn't taught it. So how can I do it from where I am today? Yeah. How can I do it from, okay, maybe I went to college, maybe I didn't. Maybe I came from a broken relationship. Maybe I was married, and now say my spouse or my partner handled all the finances, and now I'm doing it in my own. I have to do it on my own, and I've never had to do it before. What does that look like? What does that look like for maybe a college student that loses their parents? Well, parent has handled everything thus far, but now they're not even here anymore, to handle it. Now what do I do? So what do you do in that space when it comes to your finances, when there is no one else to look to in the home? Yes. But there are resources out there. Yes. And we can get it done. For sure. And I want to ask you that. I want to sneak this in, and then we're going to wrap up. I'm a millennial, and so now I'm in that range of people who have parents that are Gen Xers or potentially boomers, and then like they're
aging, and then when it comes to finances and financial literacy, they may be stuck in their ways. So do you have any advice or tips for people who may be, let's say, around my age, and then they're navigating that relationship with that boomer, Gen Xer, parent, grandparent, and trying to help them with their finances? Like, you need a bank account, because that was one thing I used to fight with my grandma about all the time. But do you have any tips or thoughts on how they could help that elder in their life better navigate finances?
So, again, taking advantage of interest. Is it a great idea to have some money stuffed in the mattress?
Depends. It depends.
We don't want the mattress to catch on fire, right? So, thinking about your standard bank, your standard banking institution is only giving you 0.01% interest on your money.
Yeah.
If you just do the math, 0.01% interest here, or I can take it over to this entity and I get 4% interest. Why would I allow somebody to give me a penny when I can get 4?
Right.
So I think just showing them the difference in that money. My dad, Vietnam veteran, was into real estate investing back in the day, but never touched the stock market. And again, stock investing also needs to be a bucket.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play.
Yeah.
But it's a bucket for that.
Yeah.
To see him now investing, hey, come take a look at this one. See what this one doing. See what this one doing. But it was educating him on what actually could. We're not taking everything and putting it in there.
Right.
But we are going to have pillow money. And what that money is, that money that's increasing while we sleep.
Right.
So why, if it's sitting in the mattress, it's not earning anything. Our money got to make money. And that's the difference in how wealthy look at money versus the hood, rich, and poor, how they look at money. We look at money at what bill I have to pay next or what I can buy next. Wealthy look at money as how can I take this money to make more money.
Right.
I want to make more money.
Yes.
And then I can take a piece of that money. Remember your buckets. I can take the piece of that money. Some's going into travel. Some's going into my stock. But just educating them on the growth of the money. They like to see their money grow.
Yes.
Now you do got to keep them at least a little Folgers coffee can or something.
Something.
They don't have to have something at the house where they can still have.
But not all of it.
But it cannot. I mean, and that's a small bucket. And just for the security of
yes.
it. You know, we don't want the house to be broken into. We don't want the house to catch on fire. We don't want, different things like that. So still have something, right there, but it can't be a large piece.
Yes.
And then where we have that money diversified, where it's spread out so that each of these buckets is making money for us. Yeah. So it's just showing them the growth. I think they like seeing things grow.
For sure. Well, thank you for that nugget. Definitely appreciate it. And I hope everybody listening and watching it appreciates it as well. So before we go, where can the people find you if they want to work with you, if they feel like they may have someone in their life that could leverage your services? How can they find you? What's your website, email, all that good stuff? What's the best place to find you?
So my web address is moregracesolutions.com. All social media platforms, except TikTok. TikTok, I'm secure at Grace, but Instagram and Facebook, Grace More Grace Solutions. You can find me on Linktree/More Grace. And my email address is info@moregracesolutions.com. So you can reach out that way as well.
Perfect. Well, Grace, thank you so much for sharing your experience with us today, and then also your expertise. We really appreciate it, and I'm sure people will be able to get a wealth of knowledge from this conversation.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank
Absolutely.
you,
anytime.